I can clean up. I could have been better in a lot of things today. You shoulda, coulda, woulda, but at the same time, we were in position to win this game at the end of the game. We should have won this game. We just didn't execute the way we should have. So it definitely hurts for sure.
One play doesn't make the game, but everyone is going to obviously remember what happened with Monty at the end. What he say to him in this, or you have to just kind of give his face. Like, how do you feel about a play like that? Look at that.
Say that again, sorry.
Monty, like that play, like that's what's going to stick out.
I mean, I made mistakes today. I think that's the biggest thing. We got to understand. One play does not define a player. I won't let it. If you mess up, you just got to flush it and go to the next play. We're gonna continue to uplift each other. We're gonna continue to get better together. But one play didn't lose us this game. There were other plays. There was more food in our plate in other areas, other quarters, and we could have executed it at a lot of different times. Like, we went to the red zone twice. Stuff like that. So one play didn't decide the fate of this game.
Forgive me if you've been asked about this already, but knowing what DeMarvin Overshown's been through already, to see him go down like that, how gutting is that?
I mean, my heart goes out, for him. He's such a special player. Like, not only a special player, but a special guy. It just breaks my heart to see that because you know how special he is when he's on the field. And he motivates me. Just the way he plays, how hard he plays. I mean, it's contagious, and so. I'm praying that he comes back healthy and stronger than ever. He's a resilient guy. I know God is with him. So, I'm definitely praying for him. Just hoping that everything is as good as it can be. And he'll be back. He'll be stronger. We got his back. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, we got his back. We got his back. Whatever he needs, like, we're there for him. So.
Players have talked about how much he loves the game and how he really shows it. Have you seen anything like that?
I mean, every Sunday, every practice. I mean, look at the way he plays. I mean, it's evident. So, I mean, just watching him, the way he attacks the game, and it's only, it's his second year, and his first year was taken away from him, unfortunately. But I think you could really see this year, just the start he got off to, just how much it meant to him, come out and be able to go to war with us. And so, we're pulling for him. I'm in this corner. Everybody in here is in this corner. We pray that he gets healthy as fast as possible, that everything is just as good as it can be.
Tyler is a player who's been asked to move positions at short notice. Can you speak to what Brock did today, taking over at center?
I mean, what he did was huge, and not only him just switching positions, but the command he took of the huddle. Like, when he got in there, everything was concise, everything was precise. Nothing changed. And I mean, I think he's a standard in terms of what we try to produce in our room, and it speaks volume to him as a player and as a man, just him being able to do that on the fly like that.
Thank you for the time.
End of the day, we need to make a play when we need to make a play, and we didn't do that.
Can I just ask you again in front of the cameras, like, what do you guys say to Aurora on a play like that?
I mean, after, we just can, just support him because none of us played a perfect game, honestly, and, we can't judge anybody by one decision. He thought he could make a play, and can't blame him from that. All we can do is learn from it and support him as a teammate.
You, Trayvon Diggs, Ron Bland, back together, enjoying some time. I mean, it looked good in the first half. How was it? What did you feel out there?
We battled. I mean, that's a very high potent offense. Their connection with the quarterback and those skilled players is, it's uncanny. They know how to make plays, and they understand what they need to do on the scramble drills and different things like that. So their connection and chemistry is really good. So, I feel like we did a good job of, containing them. But, we got to make those big plays, and we need them.
I know that this isn't an outcome that you want, but what are you proud of in a game like this if you can pull anything?
We fought. Regardless of whatever happened, we fought. Any situation, D1 went down, we praying for him. Maris came in and he fought. So that's just that's what I get from this game here. We have guys that's going to fight regardless. We're not going to turn anything down. We're going to keep fighting and clawing and trying to get a win.
Forgive me if you've been asked about this, Jourdan, but DeMario, knowing what he's been through, how gutting is it to see him go down and now have that uncertainty of wondering where he's at?
We praying for him because a lot of us, honestly, we've been injured. So we understand what he's going through. and we gonna just stay with him because we know he's a heck of a football player. So just not losing his mind, going through the rehab process, and getting too dark with just not being able to play, seeing us playing, keeping him encouraged. Yeah, that's the main thing right now. Just making sure that we understand that he's a great football player and he's going to be here and do great things in the near future. Just staying with him and understanding that we with him and we want to support him.
Players have talked about just how infectious his personality is and his love for the game.
Absolutely.
I guess what do you think about just what he's brought in that regard and just how bright he's been so far this year?
He's an amazing young guy, and he's a dynamic player. So you don't get that too often where the guy is just as good as a football player. So he's going to be missed, and I'm hurting for him because I understand completely what he's going through. So we just got to support him and get him and just help him through whatever he's going through. Well,
how do you kind of keep the team together over these last 4 weeks?
I mean, we fought. We had a hell of a week preparation-wise. Just understanding that, this is football. Things might roll your way, things might not. Just going out there and understanding that we're doing the right things, especially during the week. And we just got to, hopefully get those results on Sundays. So just keep going, keep fighting, keep doing what we're doing right now and preparing really well and going out there and fighting our butts off.
I know you guys didn't get the result, but how do you feel to have the three of you guys together?
I felt really good. We played a heck of a receiver core and a quarterback, so it felt good to test that and see where our skills were. They had the best of us, at the end of the game. So it was a good battle, but they got the best of us.
As much as they've been putting up points this season, to be in a situation where late in that fourth quarter you guys are only giving up 20, you got to come away from it feeling like you guys played well. I mean, obviously not well enough to win.
Yeah. Like I said, we were happy with our preparation, but we weren't happy with the results on today. So honestly, we just got to look back at what we did wrong and correct those things and see how we can get better. So regardless of if we did good or not, we lost the game. So we got to find ways to win those type of games.
What do you guys say to a guy like Amani to try and make the games that got that?
You're trying to make a play, man. You're trying to make a play. So we just got to learn from, what we can do in those situations, understand what the situation calls for. But he wanted to make a play. So as a DB, I can fully understand that. So we just got to go out there and support him. And hopefully we do better next time. But that's our brother. That's our brother, and we just got to, support him and keep him in our hearts.
All right, thank you, Jourdan.
Hurts, I feel like it can't really be explained, you know what I mean? Especially when you're on the field and you when your guys goes down like that. Especially, for me, your fellow linebacker. I feel like it's hard, it's crazy because oftentimes, we get so numb to, injuries and things like that. We have to just carry on right away, and we're not really ready to, you know what I mean, in that situation. But I'm just, I'm feeling for him for sure right now. I know how hard he works, and it means a lot to him. It means a lot to me. It's not really fair. Football's not really fair. You never know.
You guys, only been 1 year with him, but obviously you guys have built a strong relationship. Just how special has he been to you so far this year?
Yeah, I feel like he's just, ignited a fire in me. Coming to work every day with a smile on his face, good attitude. It's just him being so consistent and just getting better every week. I feel like, I look at those first games of the season, and he was just out there kind of thing, running around, and he really started becoming that elite linebacker. These last couple games, and communicating on the field, understanding what we're getting, looks, routes. He grew a lot. It's unfortunate, that he went down like he did. But he's a freak. He's a thug too. So if I know anything about him, I know he's gonna be back and better than ever.
To that end, he's done this once already. He's had an injury with exactly what the injury is, obviously, but he's had a serious knee injury already once and come back from it, and
Yeah.
the way that he was this year. Is there anything, any encouragement you can take from the fact that he's already done this once?
Yeah, I know I'm confident that he's going to come back and be Demo. You know what I mean? I know that for a fact, but just for how much he loves the game and how much he cares, and the amount of passion he pours into it. Like I said, the smile on his face, it affects everybody in the locker room. And those are guys that don't have to really do much or say much. They just be themselves, and it uplifts and creates a better environment for those around them. So like I said, I appreciate everything he's done for me this year. And he's going to be back better than ever.
Yeah, I know the emotions are pretty fresh, but what you noticed when Maris entered the huddle and had that sack there?
Yeah, Maris is just he's just calm, cool, collected. I feel like he came in the game, he was focused, he knew what the looks were, he studied. He's professional. These guys are in the linebacker room are special, and I'm really blessed to be in this room, and Maris can pass rush too. So I wasn't surprised when he got that sack. I actually was looking for him to get up in the pile.
Even though this was a game that you lost, can you take something from with 2 minutes left, you held the Joe Burrow-led offense to 20 points through most of the game?
Yeah, we were holding it strong. We were confident. We were communicating pretty well. Obviously, they were going to get their plays. He's going to make his plays. He was getting out the pocket. Throwing some really good throws. Like you said, but it was about getting back to work, controlling the controllables, getting turnovers when we can. Keeping them flustered, and I feel like we did a good job doing that until the very end.
At this point in the season, that's all that really matters.
Michael Parsons just told us this one hurts more than the rest all season long. Do you have that same sentiment after today?
Yeah, I think, you see the work that all the guys had to put in to get to this point throughout, just this week in terms of preparation and whatnot. And then we have guys that, I switch positions, TJ comes in, we're just kind of moving pieces. And for us to still be in that game, Cincinnati's obviously record-wise, 5-8, but they're way better than the record says, So for us to be in that game and with guys going down, I'm proud of the guys, but at the end of the day, we just got to finish.
And like you said, you guys are still in this game even with the injuries. Is that something, as hard as this loss is, that you can feel good about leaving this game?
Yeah, I think there's never moral victories, right? But at the end of the day, there's still more ball to be played, and you never know what can happen. Obviously, at this point, we'll probably need some help, but it's guys coming to work every day and just doing what we do, and hopefully getting those results on Sundays.
Brock, in this past month when you've been concentrating at right guard, can you speak to how many snaps you may get during a week of practice as the backup center?
Since I've been at guard, very minimal. I'm not going to say zero, but close. But at the end of the day, I feel comfortable at center. I've been there majority of my career, right, since high school. So it was not a big switch at all for me.
Another week second confidence in the run game, just continuing to build. What's that like right now?
Yeah, I think when you don't get the results, obviously there's not all good and it's not all bad, right? And when you look at, I don't even know how many rushing yards we had. I'm assuming it's good because you asked me, but that's stuff that we got to build off of, and that's what's going to help us win games down the stretch.
And then for a player like Amani, how do you guys kind of put your arms around him in this moment?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we're just, we just got to be there for our teammates, you know what I mean? No matter what, we're obviously, everybody's boys off the field. And, it's more than just the player, right? It's the person as well.
How about for Marvin? It sounds like McCarthy just said that they don't know anything definitive yet, but it was of a serious nature anyway. It's a kid who's already been through enough of this. What do you guys, have you seen him yet?
I have.
What are you guys trying to do to support?
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. I mean, when I do see him, obviously you just got to put your arm around him and tell him you're there for him, and whatever he needs, you be there for him, because he's a hell of a player and he represents the Dallas Cowboys very, very damn well. You know what I mean? And on his play, on and off the field, right? Thank you, guys.